Hey, Bam. You there?
Hey, yes, yeah. What's going on?
I don't know. We had a little hiccup there, but did you get a chance to watch that the new trailer that we got? You get the email for it?
No, I think I saw the email come by. I pinned it. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, though. It's got the trailer in there.
Hey, you want to check it out?
Yeah, yes. Send it over. I need to see it.
All right, here, check it out. How's it going, everyone?
Hey, hello.
So apparently I played that video for everyone to see. So I mean, it looks like
No.
everyone's enjoying it. So at least there's a positive side to that, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag. These guys
Cat's out
got
of the
us. Well, how you
Awaken season. Here we go.
These guys wanted it. We have it. Awaken season once again. So I feel like it's one of our favorite holidays here, isn't it, Bam?
For us as developers, and of course, you guys, the players, the community, like I think a lot of people look forward to this a lot. And as you guys already have seen, like coming back in full swing, think about the monster event mode and can only ponder what sort of new monster tanks and commanders we might be having.
Most definitely. Was this your first time seeing it, Bam? What'd you think about it? You like it?
Oh, it was fantastic. The music choice was really good as well. You know, we got a little bit of a sneak peek of some new commanders, got quick glimpses at some new Halloween tanks. It's certainly going to be an exciting season.
Definitely exciting. What do we have for us this week, Bam? We're here to talk about tanks. What do we got?
Well, before we talk about this week, let's still talk a little bit further on the trailer we've seen, a little bit on the
Sure, absolutely.
maybe the upcoming season details.
Upcoming season details. What do we got, Bam?
Well, we still have the excitement. So with the new season of Awakened, if you guys get the free season pass, it will come with the T-77 Tier 8 heavy tank, as well as the Flashpoint skin, and a new Jillian Moser 3D standard commander. Again, that is for the free season pass. In the 2000 gold season pass, you can get your hands on the American Tier 5 M4A2E4. That is the Ripper medium tank, as well as Ravenous Ralph, the 3D Hero Commander. That's the zombie-looking guy. I think I missed him last year, actually. So I'll have to keep an eye out for him.
He's definitely spooky looking.
And then the Monstrosity 3D Hero Commander, also a returning one.
Mm-hmm.
The American Tier 8 Falcon T92 light tank. And new this year, the T55 Enigma Escalation Era Independent medium tank. And then lastly, in the Ultimate Season Pass, you can get the 3D Hero Commander Carmilla, the Vampirus, as well as the new British Tier 9 Cobra medium tank.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Carmilla 3D Commander was a pretty popular one. So
was that popular last year?
Yeah, she was definitely a crowd favorite. So it's nice to see her return.
Awesome. Yes. I gotta double check my roster. I'm pretty sure I picked her up last year.
Listen, Bam, if you didn't, you might as well. You gotta catch them all, right?
Gotta catch all the 3D commanders. I know I have the monstrosity at least.
So we left off here with what was the last tank? I'm sorry. It was
the Tier 9 Cobra medium tank, and that's the British.
Oh, okay. Very well, very well.
Yeah. So look forward to that, guys. It's going to be very exciting and very on theme for October.
But we can't forget about what's actually happening this week, though.
This week, yes, of course. As you guys are all aware, the heavily armored set of Romanian tech tree tanks have released. Starting off with the TR580, that is the Era 2 medium, currently sitting at a win rate of 53% with an average damage of 2,404. And again, because these are heavily armored mediums, it's also worth just bringing to attention the average damage blocked that these tanks are taken in as well. Sitting at an average damage blocked of 648, that is number 3 for all Era 2 mediums. Next up, we have the TR85, also an Era 2 medium with a win rate of 54.6%, average damage of 2,956, and average damage blocked of 941. That is number 1 for all Era 2 mediums. And then lastly, of the Romanian tech tree, we have the TR125. That is an Era 2 heavy with a win rate of 54.8%, average damage of 3,642, and average damage blocked of 1,279, and that is number 1 for Era 2 heavy tanks. Okay, and then we also have the tanks reforged for the Chinese heavies. Up first in Tier 7, we have the 122 JT. Its gun becomes the new top gun to replace the D25T. This is also to improve the overall grind. In Tier 8, we received a lot of improvements as the main focus for the Reforge. We removed the stock gun and improved the remaining guns, and even added a new top gun option. For Tier 9, the new stock gun with better penetration, with both guns receiving improvements, also sees improvements in its health and reduced dispersion penalties. And then 2 Tier 10s of the Chinese heavies. We first off, I have the 113 with improved reload, aim time, and health. And then, of course, the WZ111 Model 5A with improved reload and accuracy. So there's your tanks reforged for this week. Enjoy the changes to those Chinese heavies and get out there in battle.
Then we also have everyone's favorite string theory. Make sure to chain those wins together to get maximum bonuses.
Yes, and that is, of course, every win you get, you increase your percentage of XP earnings.
That's correct. And then on top of that, we also have the contract for the stubs. So if you haven't checked that out already, make sure you do.
Get your hands on the stubs. All right. I'd say, hey, before we talk about some of the other features coming next week, what do we have on the docket for a giveaway?
Bam. What do you think? What do you think we should give away this time? I mean, there is a new season coming up, right?
There is a new season. We're kind of wrapping up our evolution season here.
Okay.
We have the Awakened season. That's what going to be a strong topic of conversation.
Then why
What do you
don't we
think about
go
giving
ahead and
away?
yeah, why don't we go ahead and give away some ultimate season passes for the brand
Yeah,
new season? So if you're new here, I'll explain the rules. All you have to do is just fill out this giveaway link, enter in your Wargaming ID. For me, it'd be Tankz0rz-X for Xbox or P for PlayStation. And once you're entered into that link, you're set for the rest of the day. All of our giveaways you'll be eligible for. So good luck to everyone entering in that. And what else? What else, man? What else are we to expect for next week?
yeah. So, along with the Awakened season, here's some of the updated features that we have coming along. You guys asked, and we are trying to deliver on this, the Japanese heavies and the new multi-turret functionality. So the remainder of the Japanese heavy tanks are now gaining the multi-turret functions. As you guys are probably familiar, we released a few other multi-turrets earlier this year, and now we've applied it to the remainder of the Japanese heavies. Along with this, we also added individual gun support for each of the weapons available on the multi-turreted tanks. This allows you to control each gun independently and lock onto vehicles independently, meaning it's now possible to target multiple tanks at the same time. As an example, you could lock onto tank A with your main gun, and then tank B over to your right. You can keep that one transfixed with one of your front turrets, or etc. But worth noting, with the very strict dev time that we had on this, we tried to get in a lot of changes and functionality improvements to the multi-turret. That being said, with this new support that we are pushing in with the new season, there are some known issues that I feel important to at least announce to you guys. That, with the multi-turret, when aiming in first-person sniper cam, when you enter these views, the turrets, the additional turrets are going to be controlled like frozen in place and not exactly follow your camera. So, for instance, if you're trying to aim at an enemy within your main cannon, and you also expect your turrets to follow with your reticle. Not currently the case when we ship this. Just want to let you know, we do have a fix in progress and plan to ship this as soon as we can. All right. And then up next, commander display improvements. I've actually seen this one getting asked a lot on stream and from the players. The commander display in Garage has been improved to display some additional information, including finally the number of skill slots open, the skills currently assigned, and any open slots that aren't filled with a skill. So you guys can finally quickly take a view at your commander and understand at a glance as to what skills you actually have equipped to them. And that will be available to view in Garage. And I guess just another noteworthy point is this will apply for both 2D commanders and 3D commanders, in case that was questionable.
It looks like in addition to, we also have a store improvement, don't we, Bam?
Yes, so for bundles with tank skins, selecting the skin will now show the vehicle with the skin equipped in the preview window. So just trying to improve that little process and give you guys a better, not try before you buy, but a preview before you buy.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's definitely a nice to have.
Absolutely. And then lastly, for next week, premium bonuses. You guys can also earn an extra 50% silver and XP on Tier 5 or Era 2 on the following lines. That is for the 121, the IS-7, and Challenger 2.
Listen, Bam, I love the IS-7 line.
Well, get out there and bank on those earnings, right?
Yep. It's definitely a fun one. I think it's time for some shoutouts, don't you think, Bam?
Yes. How about, before we do that, do we have a winner yet selected for the giveaway? Or do we need to let that cook in the oven a little bit longer?
Winner. Let's take a look. Where's that download bar looking like?
The download bar.
Yeah. Let's take a look. We'll get one here in a second. Choose a winner. Oh, we have a winner.
We have a winner.
Here we go. And our winner is Melt Comics.
Melt Comics.
Melt Comics. I don't know what this person's doing by melting comics, but congratulations to Melt Comics.
Fantastic. Congratulations. You have won yourself an Ultimate Season Pass for the Awakened season coming on Tuesday.
Very, very
All-Star
well.
MB14 says, not the comics.
Don't melt the comics. Melt something else, not the comics. Leave the comics alone. Let's see.
Okay.
What about shoutouts?
Let's go on to the shoutouts.
All right, let's
Sorry,
do shoutouts.
minor segue. And my cat is also getting very attentive needy. So he wants to make sure he has his debut on the stream as well. And I can't really help that.
Yeah, you saw him pop on for a little bit. You actually saw his little face.
So I'm not sure if he's in view right now, but he's on my desk. All right. So for our shoutouts this week, as always, we give confidential key cards to the winners that we announce here. So starting off with battle feats and along the lines of for the Romanian tech tree release, starting with the TR580, we have Zizidok with the max damage caused in a single battle of 11,918. Congrats to you. Up next, Dmitry Porivev with the max combined damage in a single battle of 9,350. And last here for the TR580, we have Resident Evil 2578 with a max blocked damage in a single battle of 8,230. So congrats to you guys on the TR580. Moving up the line, next here we have the TR85 Smitrovich with a max damage caused in a single battle of 10,686. Demon Blade 23 with the max combined damage in a single battle with 6,934. Savage Cabbage 76 with a max blocked damage in a single battle of 9,450. And then lastly, Monkey Tesla. This guy's come up before. I think he's been in one of our shoutouts before. Yeah. Monkey Tesla with the max XP earned in a single battle of 1,910.
Okay.
So congrats to you guys. And then lastly, also in the Romanian tech tree line, we can't forget about the TR125 Blitzkrieg 425 with a max damage caused in a single battle of 12,902. Up next, we have CB65OR Thomas with a max combined damage in a single battle of 6,416. And lastly, Shoter AUT with a max blocked damage in a single battle of 9,610. Well done, well deserved, and you guys each get a confidential key card. But we can't forget, as usual, we also must cover our milestones. The users who've crested a milestone threshold of certain amount of battles. Thanks to you guys for sticking around and hitting these amazing battle counts. So a huge congrats and shout out to Formula Brute 758 and Dragon Rising 9, who have reached their 100,000th battle this week. And of course, we also have Zolnik, yeah. XOLMCK 65 Reg, and Max Barrage for reaching their 110,000th battle. So huge shout out and congrats. Well deserved, you guys.
And as always, that's a lot of battles.
Well, that's a lot of battles.
That's a lot of battles. Congratulations, everyone. And thank you for playing the amazing amount of battles that you guys do.
Absolutely. And then we got another top set of shout outs to make here. But before we do so, I feel like we need another giveaway.
Another giveaway?
A little bit. I think we should download another winner to also receive an Ultimate Season Pass. What do you say?
Very well, very well. Let's go ahead and choose another winner.
It's also my excuse to take a break for a sip of water.
So sipping water equals more winners. I like it. I think everyone likes it. Win, win, win. And our second winner here is Roguish Hound. Congratulations, Roguish Hound.
Roguish Hound. All right.
Seems to be in line with our season theme, so that's pretty neat.
Perfect. All right. Let me go take another water because there's a lot of
A
a lot
lot
of
of
numbers and
yeah.
bullet points I have to read off
Oh,
here.
definitely. And while you take that sip of water, it's a good time to remind our players that not only did we have giveaways here on our stream, but also go ahead and check out our Twitter giveaway. I believe they also have a Ultimate Season Pass up there. So if you didn't catch one here, maybe you catch one on our Twitter page.
Fantastic. Sinister1 says we keep getting his name wrong.
Yeah, I know. Every single week I misspell Sinister1. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Aren't we notorious for butchering gamer tags and names?
I think according to him, all the gamer tags are his name. You know, we just misspelling them, but you know, one day we'll spell it right.
We'll get it one day.
Yeah, we'll get it.
All right, guys. So, did you know that as of September 28th, this marked the 1-year event since we released the 4th mark of excellence to the game?
Wait, it's been a year already?
It's been a year already. And so within that year time frame, here's what you guys have achieved. I'm going to be going through tier by tier, starting at tier 5 and going all the way through Cold War to kind of label, how many marks and across how many tanks have you guys, the players, earned your 4th mark of excellence on these tanks. So, all right, bear with me here. Here we go. At tier 5, 525 4-marked tanks across 59 unique vehicles. At tier 6, 300 4-marked tanks across 57 unique vehicles. At tier 7, we have 175 4-marked tanks, and that's out of 45 unique tanks. Tier 8, 259 4-marked tanks, and that is across 94 unique vehicles. For tier 9, we have 186 4-marked tanks, and that is across 42 unique vehicles. And then lastly, in the World War II bracket, at tier 10, 281 4-marked tanks across 55 unique vehicles. So, moving on to Cold War, for Era 1, we have 752 4-marked tanks across 33 unique vehicles. Era 2, we have 353 4-marked tanks across 41 vehicles. And lastly, Era 3 with 367 4-marked tanks, and that is across 27 unique vehicles. A lot of 4 marks out there. Congrats to you guys. But that's not all.
Nope.
No, sir. Let's also give a shout out to our top 3 players for the most 4-marked tanks earned.
Bam. Who are these amazing players?
Well, let's take a step back here because, typically with all of our shout outs, we usually just give one confidential key card.
That's correct.
How about for our top 3 players who have earned the 4 marks,
okay,
you guys will receive 2 confidential key cards.
I like it. All right, let's do it. So,
all right. I'm trying to keep on theme with the Awakened and upcoming Halloween season, guys. Bear with me here.
So who are these fantastic players that are getting the 2 key cards?
All right. I'm going to start with LSWV, who's managed to get 44 4 marks across his tanks, across his or her tanks. So congratulations to you.
Mighty impressive.
Up next, we have Idantist. Or let's just go with Dantist. I think it's just kind of like bracketed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dantist with 46 4 marks. Just got to that second place mark ahead of LSWV.
Also
but
impressive.
In first place, with an astounding 97 tanks with 4 marks of excellence, Super Delicio 843.
That's a lot of tanks that are 4 marked. Congratulations.
And all 3 of you will receive 2 confidential key cards. So well done. Congratulations. Just a quick, 4th mark of excellence disclaimer. We did not include the results from the August 9th data. That has been opted out in this data.
It's definitely good to know. But yeah, congratulations to all of our players, especially those of you that, had an outstanding amount of 4 marked vehicles, because that's That's mighty impressive.
Absolutely. So beyond all that, like I'm trying to read the chat here. Like, who's excited for the Awakened season here? Did you guys catch some of the hints and the new tanks and the commanders that we showed off in the trailer? Any guesses what these abilities might be?
I kept seeing wow, wow. I kept like glancing over. It was like wow. So sounds like players are excited.
Yeah. I mean, and every year we run that very favorite event of Monster Mash event mode. So, I mean, very clearly you guys can look forward to that. Oh, Noah Fire 55 says, what trailer?
Yeah, I see a couple people asking, what trailer?
Where can I see the video again? Tell you what, maybe we go into Q&As here. And if we have a little bit of time, how about we showcase these guys the trailer just one more time?
Sure, absolutely. If you guys want to watch it again, let's roll it again. And I hope you guys enjoy it even more the second time around. Here we go.
Are we going to roll it now?
Yeah, why not? Let's
okay, let's do it now then. And then we'll go into Q&As.
Mm-hmm. And there we have it.
There you go, guys. Your second sneak peek, because we accidentally leaked it before the stream, of course.
Right. So now players got to actually watch it properly. You know, it's all of its glory. And of course, you know, if you didn't catch it here, it's going to be on, you know, our social media pages on YouTube later on. So you can go ahead and take a look at that as many times as you'd like.
Anything stand out to you guys? Give us a shout out. Was there any certain monster tanks or commanders that were interesting to you, or do we have any guesses of what sort of awakened abilities we might see this year for the event?
Ooh. Spooky. Hopefully spooky.
Some spooky event abilities. Will the spider tank be able to shoot webs to disable enemy vehicles? Interesting. We do have the bog horror, who does something very similar already.
Yeah, it's got what, like the vines that grow up and like hold the tank in place and stuff. Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's let's move on to Q&As.
All right, and I think we have some follow-ups from last time, don't we, Ben?
Yes, yeah, I see this now. I am up to date.
So let's see. Let's see. Is there any update on the tree render at long distances?
Mm,
Apparently, there's a issue on that.
yeah, okay. Let me provide a little bit of context because this might not be clear to many viewers that might be unaware. It was found by players, and actually, I was watching a stream. Shout out to Rika Tikatave, who was demonstrating this, and that was kind of brought to my attention. In the Cold War game mode, we have it was found that trees in the distance, when knocked over, we have a thing where it's called LODs. That's level of detail, where our models at further distances away actually go into lower resolution. This is for performance saving purposes. And it would turn out that these trees at a longer distance didn't actually, when they're knocked over, their LOD versions were not falling over. So essentially what was happening is a player who thinks they're kind of in cover behind foliage of a fallen tree, to a user on the other end, they're seeing, quite the opposite, and that tree is still standing. Quick update on that. Like, we did get that ticketed right away, and it is currently assigned to our engineering team to look into it further.
Excellent.
So, yeah, a fix will be incoming.
Let's see. More questions for Bam. Reddit user Whiskey15. Will the T28 ever get the remodel like the PC did? So it's more historically, resembling to the T95. Currently, the T28 model makes not as much sense when compared to the PC model. So it's a little bit more consistent with the tier 9s and tier 10s, with brawlers and everything in between. Tier 8s can penetrate the T28.
Right. I think we may have brought this one up before, or at least it sounds familiar to me. We do have a ticket for this, so we are taking a look. Whiskey15, thanks for the suggestion. We'll follow up on that later.
We have another question from Reddit user Stelfant.
Stelefant.
And it says, Commander progress bar along the bottom of the name in garage next to skill unlocks. Like a rotated square to fill in clockwise to, something to show progress when the next module of the tank is, available. Have we thought about anything like that?
Get back to us next week and let us know what you guys think with some of the improvements we have coming with the new season.
All right. Well, happy to take a look then. Reddit user Grudian9139. Can we get a camo sale?
Stop on by in November.
All right. Discord user VaderFist501 asking, can we get selling consumables like on PC? They have hundreds of small ones and they'd like to, maybe confine them into something larger.
Yeah, this was something we were looking into before, of like trying to figure out ways to better manage user consumables that just have a nice stockpile. It is something we'll keep in mind. We have a lot of more UI improvements coming in 2023, so this will be something we will keep in mind.
Very good. That wraps up our questions that we had to follow up on. Let's see what else we have in store for us.
Okay, I see a question from Degeneratio. Was that the Rampanzer under a new name? Glad it's coming back. That wasn't the Rampanzer. It was the Asterion. The Rampanzer still exists. This is a new tank with a new name. And my cat makes another debut. Let's see. Great Graham asks, is it possible for the Awakened mode to be added to custom games so we can have it in our annual Halloween tournament for the Map Fights League? That would be kind of fun. Unfortunately, not going to happen for this year. It is something we did investigate to see how we can allow more usability to try out these maps. It does boil down to a memory usage and performance concern with all the effects going on. The TLDR is with a lot of our tanks in our games, especially like the Cold War versions of them, they're very memory intensive. So if we were to allow, say, like Grim, let me back up, Dead City, the Himmelsdorf Halloween reskin version of the map into custom games, you could play it. It would have some negative impact to performance, and that is certainly something we try to avoid. But what I will say to that end, like not this year, but it will be something we try to figure out on some performance improvements for next time.
Yeah, definitely in the future.
Yeah.
We have another question here from Strider5599 asking, will there be new mercenary tanks? Any plans
Possibly
for that?
next year.
Possibly next year.
Yeah, we're looking into it. Looking into creating some new ones. So stay tuned.
Excellent. Group Grill.
Group Dog Drill.
Group Dog Drill is asking, tank up. Bam, tank up.
Oh yeah, there was a very brief mention of that in our trailer we showed off, wasn't there? Yes, there is something called Tank Cup coming. Nothing to share just yet, but we will provide those details when we are ready.
Noberlin7 asking, how much is the Ultimate Season Pass?
So same as previous seasons, it's 6,000 gold for the Ultimate Season Pass, and then 2,000 gold for the Standard Season Pass.
Missing Phantom Xbox is asking, there are a few tanks in my garage that I've already grinded through, but it costs silver to change guns back and forth. Is this a glitch?
No, it's not a bug or a glitch. When you sell the tank, you receive 50% of the silver back for any of the modules you purchased. So if you do choose to buy the tank later, you'll have to repurchase said sold modules.
Let's see. We have Trez asking, G.I. Joe event. I need to know more.
Hey, I'm glad you guys are excited for more G.I. Joe content. Nothing I can really share at this time, but we'll share details later on.
Honed asking, will the Awakened Kaiju have multi-turrets?
I did say we wrapped up all the Japanese heavy lines, right? The Kaiju falls right in line with that. I'll just come out and say it. Yes, it will have multi-turret in the Awakened mode.
Awesome. Malich94 is asking, when is the STRVK going on sale? I have Sabaton one on this PC account.
So it is available right now to purchase on the Premium Tech Tree, but there may be an event coming next month that might excite you if you choose to wait a little bit.
Okay. Very good. Another question here from Randy Bobandy 22. Can you make it so when you put a commander in a tank, it first shows the commander? It first shows the commanders of that nation.
So, I mean, we do have a commanders, the commanders in a section filter. So if you open up the filter, you can filter them by the nation and many other options.
Another question from Andrew Godin asking, when are we going to get monthly clan challenges as they would like to have more options when being in the clan? Yeah,
we do understand there's a lot of desire and requests for more clan support in the game, and there is stuff that we are trying to implement and consider. A lot of discussions on how we want to handle this in the future. But I will point out we do have a competitive Discord channel as well as a tournament starting just in 2 weeks. What I can say right now is check out the Portal News article for the details and links, and sign up your clan, join the tournament.
Awesome. Maxzilla 1998 is asking, is it possible to decrease the price for equipment? It's pretty expensive for some lower tiers.
We'll take a look at that. I mean, it's certainly something we can reevaluate.
And on the topic of pricing and such, a question from Nina Tekken fan. Do we have any potential updates on Cold War tech tree tanks and module pricing? Anything like that?
Oh, kind of like it's a progression, right?
Right, like the progression.
This has come up before. I actually still might be sitting on the task ticket for it. Um, what I'll say right now, there's no active work, but we are aware that improvements and reevaluation for the Cold War uh, progression could be changed. What I can only say right now is we'll look into that and figure out, another path forward in the near future, perhaps.
Sounds good. Dart Swinger 73 is asking, can we get a tech tree sale in Cold War?
Actually, we've been doing these every 2 weeks as part of the premium bonus events. So either take a look at our portal for messaging, or hop into the tech tree and have a look.
Hamasaki is asking,
Mm.
or saying this is their first Halloween event. What is monster mode?
Yeah, I guess I should have led with that, huh?
What is a monster
What
mode
is
or
it?
monster mash, or what is
So
this?
I can't recall when we started running this. It might have been as early as 2015 or 2016, perhaps. What it is, um, you get to earn. There will be like an earn op where there's a selection of tanks, and you get to choose one tank that you can grind toward. We may have even updated that challenge where there's maybe multiple branches to try to grind to another one. Don't quote me on that. But at a minimum, you can earn a single tank, and it's a standard tank that you can take into random battle in World War II mode. But during a finite time frame toward the end of October, in celebration of Halloween, we run what is called the Monster Mash event mode. And so what happens is your Halloween tanks that you've earned, or you can even outright purchase them, they will be available in the store. They go into their awakened mode. And that's where we throw on a bunch of new effects, animations on them, and they come with very special abilities. I'll give you just a couple of examples. We have the Lycan tank that gets a huge buff in its speed when it's got all of its shells completely loaded and ready to go. But when you have spent all your shells, you're just kind of at a slower speed. The Revenant, this is one of at least my favorite tank, which is kind of supposed to be almost like a zombie-like tank. But the Revenant you're almost playing a game of hide and seek because you are undetectable by the enemy team. You can't be spotted on the HUD. You can't be spotted in the mini-map or the mega map for that matter. And there's no outline. You can just kind of blend in with the environment. We even have like dummy Revenant tanks scattered around the map so you can kind of trick your opponents into thinking that you're just another dummy husk of a tank out there on the field. And then, yes, we have other monster tanks like the Fangula that has kind of a jumping ability, and you can pounce on your enemies, or the Dread Dozer that has kind of a dump bucket, or a dump bucket that allows you to bulldoze through your opponents and knock them to the side. Anyway, we get very creative and wild with the tank abilities, and it's exclusive to the Monster Mash event mode that you get a chance to try these tanks with unique abilities out.
I was thinking to myself, I think the Garden Itch is probably my favorite, but as soon as you started explaining the Revenant and how fun, that guy
Yes.
is, I started thinking about like our internal playtest of can you, is everything working? Can you see me? No, I can't see you. And then it just turned into like, the whole hide and seek thing. And it's definitely a lot of fun. So just,
Every year, like I always check out some of the new tanks, and I love to go back to some old classics as well. Gornich is a great beast as well. The Revenant, though, like I got to get a few matches in. There's such a gratifying feeling when you can just sit there out in the middle of the field, knowing that you're vulnerable, that and in the regular meta of the game, you'd be just dead.
right. You're just
But enemies will drive right past you, and they wouldn't even bat an eye.
hiding in plain sight. I like it. That's definitely excellent. So there you go. Hopefully we answered your question about what to expect in your first Halloween mode. Strider5599 is asking, will the tier 3 Rasenai and Ironclad that were given away for free ever be available for gold?
So these were exclusive tanks for those who were playing the game with these tanks at the time. Right now, no plans to make them available again. Apologies.
In addition to, will the 2D commanders ever be available again for gold in the store?
Same deal. No current plans for this at this time.
All right. Any plans to have the Fangula to be earnable?
So no, this was actually a licensed vehicle, and they aren't available, and they will not be available for Halloween mode this year. We had the last chance a couple months ago for these tanks, but what I will point out, the new tanks that are coming with the Halloween mode as well, and as part of the Awakened season, will actually include, if you guys are excited about the Fangula in terms of the Monster Mash event mode, you will be able to get alternative tanks that have the same abilities.
Tactical Potato 87 is asking, what is the nationality of the new 3D commanders?
So, I mean, commanders can be assigned to any nation of any vehicle. If you purchase a bundle that contains a tank and a commander, it will come pre-assigned to that tank. However, you can always put it right back into the garage and, choose to reassign it to any other tank of your choosing.
Hamasaki here is asking, will tier 1 tanks or tier 1 vault tanks be part of the Black Friday sales?
No, unfortunately, we don't have any premium tier 1s tanks to even bring back. All the tier 1s were just tech tree tanks, and so they will not be sold like premium tanks.
We have a question here from Joker, and they're asking, Polish lines in Cold War?
No plans at this moment. I got nothing to share at this time.
All right. I like this name. I think I say it every time I read it. Magic Cactus 911 is asking, can we get an option to show the penetration of the round of the gun in the bottom of the screen? How it displays when you have different types of ammo. So a HUD element in game showing the pen values.
I am actually in active meetings. As soon as even this week, we were talking about this. So it is something we're discussing, and changes will be coming regarding exactly that. Don't expect it for the Awakened season, but it is something that will be coming in the future.
Awesome. Good to know. I mean, that sounds like a cool little, quality of life improvement to have. So
of course,
looking forward to something like that. Chloroform's asking, any new skins?
There will be some new camos, but skins aren't till later this year.
Okay. Something to
stay
keep
tuned.
An eye out. Yeah, stay tuned, everyone. What is this? Nate Unix?
Nate Unix
is asking, are there any U.S. premium tanks with missiles possibly coming down the road sometime soon?
Not currently, but you know what? Like, let us know. Is there tanks that you are hoping for? Is there something in mind that you look forward to? Be up to hear some ideas and suggestions.
Very good. Max Ammo 1062 is asking, can you please take a look at the default male crew voice? Currently, the default is the same as the American voice.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the default voice is it's whatever your language you have your console set to. This is a requirement and part of our certification passing for Microsoft and Sony that they use the console language by default. So that's as intended.
Let's see what else we got here. Kidumpunzer is asking, Warhammer tanks when?
I feel this question, maybe not specifically Warhammer, but different brands as well.
Right.
This all boils down to licensing. These are conversations and deals we have to make with, the IP brand holders and such. Right now, this would require licensing. We don't have this. no updates I can give on anything regarding that.
Yeah, definitely. There's lots of exciting suggestions that I often see from players, but yeah, it's all boils down to licensing.
Yep.
Let's see. We have a question from Joseph Gorski's asking, will there be any mercenary tanks for Cold War?
Possible, but if I had to give you guys like any sort of dates, it wouldn't be until next year. So no new updates to give on that in the near time.
I think let's see. I think that'd definitely be interesting, but stay tuned. Where's this player's name here? Alex is asking, any chance to get a reskin for PC tanks?
Well, I mean, we can't actually import any of these from the PC, so it's not something we have plans for. They are all actually manually created from scratch for the skins, and we create them just as quickly as we can muster and have the resource and time for. So we are aware that PC has like their own skins and such, where PC has their own looks and such. It's just a matter of, we take a look at our time and priorities and try to identify, okay, we can move forward with this one, but maybe not this one, etc.
Sounds good.
Let's see. I'm reading through the channel a little bit, just seeing if anything else sticks out.
No, see player mentioning here that the PC has E100 skin. Yeah, they have several skins that we currently do not.
That would be nice. Okay. Well, I think that's about a wrap today.
Sounds good. I hope everyone enjoyed our announcement today for the new season, and I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw for our spooky events coming up in the near future. So I just like to thank everyone for coming out and hanging out with us today, and we hope to see you next time.
See you on the battlefield, and look forward to the Waken season.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care.
Take care.